amazing family, you are welcome to my channel. I'm Manka Kitchen Benefit Girl. You are coming across this face for the first time. You are warmly welcome to my 10 subscribers. You know how we do it here. We have fun, we talk about everything beneficial to the youth, everything that will help us to develop ourselves, develop our mind, develop our personality, and ensuring that we become the best version of ourselves. And if you are all about developing yourself and ensuring that you become the best version of yourself each and every day, then this channel is for you. Please don't make this video the last one. This particular video today is all about me just sharing a part of my life. Should I say testimony? A part of my life that's a testimony, and it has really blessed me. It has help me to become a better version of myself in that aspect of my life. And I don't mind sharing it with you because I know that you are going to pick one or two things on it, and you are not only going to pick one or two things, but you are going to put it into practice, and it is definitely going to work for you. And without wasting of time, let me just jump into the video or into the topic of today. Love. God is indeed a good God. I say it again, God is indeed a good God, and He is so mindful of those He called His own. He's so mindful of you. He's so mindful about every little thing that concerns you. So I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Yaoundé, and I'm that kind of child. I grew up in a home where we were hardly going out. We were always in the game. We were always at home. And even till now, I still face challenges going out. And that is why each time when I talk about leaving your comfort zone, I'm always talking about myself, because it's something that I am fighting and I am still fighting. And because we were not used to going out, we are facing some challenges now, especially when it concerns to going out. That is why when people ask, do you know this place in Yaoundé? I'm like, no, I don't know that. Like, how long have you been in Yaoundé? I'm like, I've been in Yaoundé for more than 10 years. And they're like, you don't know? I'm like, yes. You cannot understand the place where I'm coming from. When those who understand where I'm coming from will know that, okay, I'm not surprised that you don't know this place. So it was one day, it's been a few weeks back, an uncle of mine sent me to the bank to go and do some money transaction. And it was my first time going to the bank to go and do some money transaction. By the way, when I was in level 1 and level 2, the university, there is part of our fees that we always pay at the bank. But because my father was the founder of that institution, I never went to the bank to pay my fees. In fact, people were always doing it for me again. So I did not have that opportunity to go to the bank to go and learn how to carry out this transaction. So that day my uncle sent me, I was disturbed. I was like, God, this is the first time I'm going to the bank, and I've never done this. I've never done this transaction. And you know, things that concern money, they say in French that l'affaire de l'argent, c'est une affaire sérieuse. That is, money affair is a serious matter. Money matters is a serious matter that you're not supposed to joke with. No matter how small the money is, it counts a lot, and it counts a lot. So I was going to do a transaction, and I was so worried. I was like, God, where am I going to start? And if you live in Cameroon, you will know, especially in Yaoundé, you know that most of these big institutes, most of these big businesses, banks, they are mostly francophones that work in that places, and these francophones are not really that welcoming. They're always so rude, especially when you're an Anglophone and they cannot express yourself well in French or in English in such a way that they can understand. So I was having already such mindset in me, having already such pictures of those whom I was going to encounter at that bank. I was so disturbed. And that morning, I made him to understand that uncle is like that. I haven't ever done this type of transaction. I've never gone to the bank to do this type of transaction. And he was like, I will tell you the procedures, I will tell you the various procedures to do, and you are going to just go, and everything is going to go on, everything is going to be smooth. I said, okay. I think that day was a Monday, and I usually fast. I fast every morning. So one prayer topic I had that morning was that, God, please help me to encounter someone that will understand me, someone that will not put a lot of stress in me, because I'm someone that when I'm stressful, my rate of functioning efficiently is less. So I was like, God, please help me to encounter someone that will understand me, someone that will be calm, someone that will just help me to do these procedures and get out of this place with little or no problem. So I prayed that day, and I was really reluctant to go. He told me to go and do a transaction in the morning, but I ended up going around 11, 12 like that. And then when I succeeded in leaving the house to go at that 11, 12, I reached there and they told me that they were taking their break as from 12 to 1. Man, I was like, should I just go back and just tell this man that I went and then this people are only gone for break and I should go the next day, or should I wait here and just wait for 1 hour for these people to come back on break? I was so disturbed. So I decided to go to my friend's place that was beside the bank, and I made like 1 hour 30 minutes, and then I went back around 2 o'clock. When I went around 2 o'clock, the first person I met was the guy that was how's they call him? The guy that these guys that just stand on the door and then they open the door for you. They help you to. They ask you what you want. They give you your number. And you just take to sit and wait when the number shows on the screen, then you can go and do the transaction. So he gave me a paper. I was like, I've not seen this paper before and I don't know how to fill it. Please, can you help me to fill it? Okay, so he gave me the first paper and he was like, how can you come to the bank and then you don't know how to fill all these things? I was like, it's my first time, so I don't know how to fill it. You just help me to fill it. He started helping me, he told me where are the details of the person. He asked me if it was for me or for another person. I think it was for my uncle. Where the details that the person gave me, I showed him the details. Then there was a particular place I had to fill my uncle's number, a number that was supposed to be filled on the bank booklet. So I instead filled the number in a different place, and I just saw how furious and angry that man was. But the funniest thing is that he did not shout at me. So he just told me that, okay, just write it. As you are written here, I'll give you another paper and then you should transfer all the information there. I did so and I was waiting. I was meditating in my heart. I was like, God, please send me someone. Let me go to a person that is going to be helpful, that will help me, that will just be simple, that will just speak to me in a calm way, and everything will just be alright. As I was meditating in my heart onto my number, when I was sitting there, I saw people entry. There were 3 or 2 boxes where the transactions were going on. So I saw people entering because the door was a glass and it was a little bit transparent at a particular part. So when people got inside there, I saw the bankers just shouting and they were just so nervy. I was like, God, please help me, send me to an individual, send me to a worker that will not be that tense, that will not shout, that will not scream. When my time reached, I got into my own place for the transaction. And I was so overwhelmed. I got there and the person I saw was an auntie, was the wife of one of my uncles that was part of our assembly a few years back, that he had relocated somewhere. And he was no longer coming to our church. So I saw that face, I was like, this face looks familiar. And at a certain point, she looked at me, she was like, Chumekone, do you know me? I'm like, yes, I know you. And I was like, yes, I'm that person. So she was like, you get into my workplace and you don't even greet me. I was like, I got in and she was so focused, she was so concentrated in doing the transaction and then letting me go out. And the way she was so calm, the way she was so understanding, the way she even asked me that, is it my first time coming to the bank? I said, yes, it was my first time. She asked me again that, did anybody stress me in in this bank. I'm like, no, nobody stressed me in this bank. And I was like, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. And when everything just went out smoothly, she get my balance. And before I left that place, I did not only leave that place with joy, I did not only leave that place with peace of mind, but I left that place with some candies. Like, she really took her time, selected some few candies in her office, and she gave me. And I was like, God, how so good you are. You are indeed a good God. Because people were entering that same place and they were coming out very miserable. They were coming out with a downcasted face. And I was like, is it because this woman knows me, or is it because God is actually answering my prayer? You know, at times when we table our request to God and God finally answers, we'll be like, no, it's just natural. It's something that another person, other people would have done. But no, it's God that is eventually answering that prayer. And I left that place not only with a peace of mind, not only with joy, not only learning what I did not know at the beginning when I was going to the bank, and I left that place with candies. So when I left that place, this song just came to my mind. Good God, oh, you are a good God. You know to show yourself, you are a good God. You just show yourself, you be good God. Good God, you be good God. You just show yourself, you be good God. Good God, do you be good God? You just show yourself, you be good God. Good God, do you be good God? You just show yourself, you be good God. That song like that, and I was like, God, indeed you are a good God. I don't know how you do your things, but you are so mindful. You are so intentional. You are so. In fact, you take everything that concerns us so serious, like a personal matter. And this story today is just to encourage you that God is so mindful of you. God is so mindful of everything that concerns you. Every little. When I say everything, I mean everything. You remember in part of this vulnerable series, I spoke about you putting everything into prayers. And it's not like you have to select what you have to present to God. No, you have to present to God every little thing of your life. If you are going somewhere and you don't know where to go, just pray and tell God, God, help me to locate people, good people that will help me to identify this location. If it's anything, when I mean anything, don't be afraid. The Bible says in the book of Hebrews, is it Hebrews or Romans, that we should not be afraid to come into His presence. We should come into His presence as empty as we are. And it's in His presence that we're going to find a solution. We're going to find. If I look for this Bible verse, I'll actually put it on the screen. He's going to just come to us, and He will just provide all I need. That peace that you are looking for, that solution you are looking for, that help you are looking for, that miracle you are looking for is found in the presence of God. And it's not like when we talk about praying, it's not like we're telling you to pray for 1 hour, one day. Yes, pray for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours is very, very important. But it always begins from somewhere, right? It always starts from somewhere. So just take your life and present it at the feet of God. Just take your life and tell the Lord, Lord, this is a situation I have never done before. This is something I have never done before. Help me to locate those good people that will help me to identify this situation, that will help me to locate this place. So this is just a little story of myself that I wanted to share to you, and it's a testimony that has always helped me to boost up my confidence, to boost up my trust, to boost up my my rate or my increase of believing and putting my faith in God in little situations. As I'm talking, another story just comes to my mind that I don't mind still sharing. There was a week in my life that I was going to school, and on Friday I was left with just 500 francs. So from my home to my school is 100 francs, and back is 100 francs. And when you are going and you don't have coins, you end up paying like 300. That is 150 to go, so they're able to change the money. So that day I ended up paying 150 to go, or even 200. When I pay 200, they will just leave me in front of the school. When I pay 150, they leave me at the roadside and then I trek and go to school. So that week, I was like, God, this is the last money I have on me. It was just 100 or just 500 francs, and I was so worried. How was I going to go to school the next week? And I just reminded myself that if God could do it in the case of the bank, then He could do it in this case. And I was praying. I spent my weekend just trusting God, praying that God is going to help me. God, please provide. God, please provide finances. God, please open a door somewhere that I have never expected, and just bless me with finances for the next week. So that day, Saturday came and passed. No, the Friday evening came and passed. I did not receive any money. Saturday morning came and passed. Saturday afternoon came and passed. Saturday evening came and passed. No finances did I receive. Sunday morning came and passed. No finances. Let me not even say Sunday morning, because Sunday morning I spend my mornings from 8:30 to 12 in church. So when church got over, even during the church service, I was still worried. I was like, God, please don't permit this to happen. Don't permit me to trek to school on Monday. That was the next day. So I was in church, and then one of the prayer points, we usually have a phase after the message to just pray for our needs and for what we want God to do for us during the week. So that day I prayed to God, and the one prayer topic that was in my heart was, God, please, the time is not still short for you to do a miracle. Please provide for me. Let's open doors. Just send someone that I have never expected to just come and bless me. And just service got finished, I did not receive any miracle. And I went home. It's when I went home, because our home is not far from church. When you stand in church and on the church window and you look down, you can see our home. So I went back home, and then I was just in the yard, and one of our leaders in church sent my sister to come and call to me that this leader is calling for me. And I went to see the person that was calling for me, and he was like, there's no way we can really thank you for all what you are doing in the church choir, in all what you are doing. There's no way, there's no words, there is no amount of money that we can give you that is really going to pay you for the work you are doing. And then in my heart I was like, God, is this my prayer that is coming to pass? And in my heart I was like, if this man just finished speaking and then he does not do something good, I will not just find things easy. Like, I will not just find things easy with you. So he finished talking, and he encouraged me to continue doing the work of God. I should never be discouraged, I should never be disappointed. I should know that whatever thing I'm doing is not for man, it's for God, and God is the greatest rewarder. And then after that, he told me that what I'm going to give you is not as compared to what God will give you. So what I'm giving you is just a token of the package that God has for you. And I was like, God, thank you. He sent his hand in his pocket, and he just closed it and dropped it into my hands, and I too just closed the hand, and then he finished talking, and they were separated. It's when we got home, I opened my hand and I saw 3,000 francs that he had put in my hand. And I was like, God, I was asking just for 1,000 francs or even 500, because if in case I use just 200 a day, it's going to be 100, it's going to be 1,000 francs per week. But if I use 100 to go and then I trek and come home with my friends, it's going to be 500 francs per week. And like I was like, God, please, I asked just for 500, and you have given me not only 500, but you have added again 2 5 to making it 3,000. I was so marveled. I was like, God, you are so intentional, you are so good. We really neglect some aspects of our lives, and we don't know how. And like that day, I was, if we're to have a second service, I would have given us a testimony in church. And God is so intentional, guys. When I mean God is so intentional, when I say God is so mindful, He is indeed mindful. God is a good God. God is a good God. God is a good God. Just put your confidence in God. Just trust Him. Just trust Him. Just put your faith. Trust Him. Put your faith. Trust Him. Put your faith. And everything will just be turning around for your good. I insist again, pray for every little thing you face. Pray for everything you face. Everything you face, pray for it, because God knows that you are in need of that situation. But all what He wants from you is for you to just ask Him. The Bible says, ask and it shall be given. Just ask Him. Ask Him, and then you play your own part by trusting Him, by putting your faith in Him, and continue asking Him until you see the result, until you see your answers coming true. You get. So this is just a little story of my life that I want to share to you, and I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things in this my little story. Okay, we finally come to the end of this video. I hope it's not a long one, but if you have learned 1 or 2 things in this video, please don't forget to share it to everyone in your content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment in the comment section. Have you ever prayed for something and in your mind you thought that thing you're praying for was so little that God would just bypass it, and at the end God surprised you? If you have passed through this amazing experience in your life, please just let me know in the comment section. Just let me know in the comment section, so that we'll be able to share our testimonies, and many more people will be able to learn and continue to put their trust and confidence in the Lord Jesus Christ. Go and try this and see how it's going to come true for you. We have come to the end of this video, and till I come your way again in our next vulnerable series, remember that you are a benefit child, and with Christ you can do all things. I love you all.